Evening, everybody. It's 5:50, and this is your closing comment for today, Tuesday, the 26th of October. And this is video number 1511. I want to catch up from a few things from this morning. The FHFA index was down 7/10. Expected was down 3, I believe. August Case-Shiller price index was 13.1. That was down from 14 expected and 16 last month. Consumer confidence at 10 o'clock was 102.5 versus 105.5 expected and 107.8 for last month. But, the market shook it all off, and we had a very strong day. And today, unlike yesterday, the market internals seem to match the changes. We had the Dow up 337 and the advanced declines 5-1. We had the Nasdaq up 246 with the advance there 3-1. And volume was slightly higher at 5 billion. Of all of the indexes, clearly the leader was the Russell, up 47.76 or 2.75%, which is huge for that. Also, the VIX was down 138, which is neither here nor there, but it is still elevated at 28.46, down 138 today. As far as Dow stocks, we were 26 up and 4 down. The two biggest losers were Travelers taking 25 Dow points off and UNH taking 12 off, but it's been a huge mover of late. On the upside, we had Home Depot as the biggest winner, adding 46, American Express adding 35, and both Boeing and Salesforce each adding 31. Tomorrow we have Boeing, Ford, and Meta reporting. And then Thursday, we have the last of the FANGs, Amazon and Apple, after the close. Today's numbers were not great. Google, which closed at 104.48, came in with a miss, citing particularly ad spending and crypto in particular. The stock had closed 104.48, up 196. It then traded down to 96. Last is 96.71, and that's down 5.25 or 5%. Microsoft was a winner today, but they're going to take it out of the Dow tomorrow on this one. It closed at 250.66, up 341 on the day, and then afterwards traded, after the earnings, which were a miss, it traded up to 253 and then all the way down to 242. The last on that is 242.70, down 450. So that would look, like $7 worth. So that'll take 50 or 55 out of the Dow at the open. CMG, Chipotle, beat. It was trading at 1584.02, up 38. After their numbers, it ran up to 1666, which would have been about $82, and then traded all the way back down to 1570, still up 24.70, but well off the high. As far as the futures today, this is really, I think, the most important chart, not only for the futures, but also for stocks. The dollar came down. The 5-day looks like it might have crossed over, and this is how far we have to go back to be able to see. So it hit here, was above, was below, was above, is below. So the 5 and 20 days are pretty impressive as it comes to just catching what the trend is. It's pretty obvious what the trend has been here. Let's take this out to a year. The trend has clearly been one way, but we are now resting on this 50-day moving average. And if we get another leg down, it looks like it will break. This was 109.98. There's good support between there and 108, but with the dollar, you never can tell. Also, affecting that dollar were the bonds. The bonds were up 1 and 24/32. That's 1 3/4 for those of you who still know fractions. Um, Bitcoin was higher by almost 1,000. Ethereum was up by 150. So Ethereum is outperforming again on the upside. As far as the grains, we have corn being higher and wheat being lower. Corn and soybeans higher, wheat lower. The oil was down really all day, down to 83.06. And then towards the close, so at 3 o'clock, it was the only sector that was negative. And I believe that it also turned positive. 85.32 up 74. Heating oil up 1.50 pennies, gasoline up 6 cents, and finally nat gas up 41 cents at 16.16. Gold basically unchanged to slightly higher, up 4, up 16 in the silver. This is a new addition. I'll follow it because it's here, but this is aluminum. And they trade that just like everything else. It's been on a tear, or it was on a tear for a while. Let's go back to the nearby weekly. And it moved from, incredibly low prices. Let's just take a look. As you can see, this is like the lumber chart. We start down here at 1,400, first run up to 3,200, a pullback to the most recent breakout, and another move all the way to 4,000. Currently trading a little over half that, so it's lost about 48%, trading 22.36. And you'd be surprised how much use of aluminum there is. It's not just for wrapping your leftovers. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning. I thought that this market was going to stop at the 38.20 area. It's now 50 above that. It's the same thing that I thought when I called this bottom and thought that we couldn't possibly get any higher than about 4,050, and we managed in 2.5 more weeks to get up to 43.27. Now we came down and made a new low, or a new recent low, but we are coming right up into that 20-day moving average. The 5-day has turned up. This is actually a weekly, so the 5-week has turned up. Again, I can't imagine that we can get through, let's call it 39.50 to 4,000, but I've been wrong before. All right. Thanks, everyone.